Bienvenidos. Estas son las noticias más destacadas de la OEA. Esto es OEA News, el informativo de la Organización de los Estados Americanos. Es momento de compartir los títulos de las noticias más importantes que vamos a estar brindando a ustedes.
Secretario General de la OEA honra las inmensas contribuciones de las comunidades afrodescendientes. Reunión Secretario General de la OEA y Directora de Italia para ALC. La próxima edición del ACE será del 10 al 15 de mayo en Memphis, Tennessee. Unidad, resiliencia y un propósito compartido. En la apertura de la 9ª Semana Interamericana de las Personas Afrodescendientes, el secretario general de la OEA, Albert Ramdin, nos recordó el poder de la acción colectiva y de una voz común en todo nuestro hemisferio.
Good morning and buenos días. Before I salute you, I just want to commend the Harmony Collective Ensemble for the performance. Not about the singing only, but you must have witnessed the unity and the synchronized way they operated. Roles and responsibilities, well observed. So I want to make sure that we take that as an example because this is badly needed currently in our world and in the hemisphere. Unity, collectivity, same message, synchronized message, so that we can move forward doing better. So thank you very much for the presentation to the collective. It's always a pleasure to recognize Ambassador Luis Ernesto Vargas, Chairperson of the OEA's Permanent Council and Permanent Representative of Colombia to the OES. Distinguished Permanent Representatives to the OES, Permanent Observers, Ambassadors, invited guests, Assistant Secretary General Laura Hill, our colleagues from the OEA General Secretariat, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Roxanne, for the introduction. So, on this 9th Inter-American Week of People of African Descent, I would like to start saluting and highlighting the contributions of the people of African descent across every aspect of life in our hemisphere. In the Americas, people of African descent embody values, creativity, and intelligence, as well as resilience, perseverance, and a rich cultural heritage. This week honors that legacy and renews our commitment to justice and inclusion. In a way, we all are Afro-descendants. In a way, we all have undergone migratory processes. And in many of us, we have DNA represented coming from African heritage. So this is not only for those concretely migrating from Africa, this is for everybody. I hope we recognize that. So this commemoration, established under the Action Plan for the Decade of People of African Descent in the Americas, 2016-2025, is observed around March 25th, in line with the International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade. That same year, the OEA's Permanent Council created this week to promote awareness of Afro-descendant heritage and contributions while recognizing the enduring impacts of slavery. This celebration takes place as member states advance negotiations toward an Inter-American Declaration on the Rights of Persons and Peoples of African Descent. As mentioned before, racism and discrimination remains a daily reality for many, which makes this effort urgent and necessary. I therefore would like to encourage all delegations to engage actively in the negotiations for a successful outcome. If adopted, this declaration by the OEA General Assembly in June in Panama, which I hope will be happening, the declaration will not only advance our region, but also contribute to global efforts still facing challenges. It will continue to lead, inspire, and transform. The OES has long been a pioneer in the world when it comes to developing legal standards, So we hope that this declaration will become a reality through the work of especially Colombia and Brazil, as well as other member states. This declaration, ladies and gentlemen, will also serve as an important tool for the development of public policies and the strengthening of institutions dedicated to the people of African descent in our region. It will represent the new roadmap for the work of the Inter-American Network of High-Level Authorities on policies for people of African descent, an inter-American mechanism tasked with promoting ongoing collaboration and strengthening national institutions responsible for policies regarding people of African descent in the Americas. So, ladies and gentlemen, this theme of this 9th Inter-American Declaration on the Rights of People of African Descent, equality that inspires, freedom that transforms, and a hemisphere that leads, is timely, but also very important. In this week, 17 activities of various nature on different topics will be held. I appreciate the efforts and thank Assistant Secretary General Laura Gil for her leadership and the OEA Secretariat team for the dedicated efforts. I also want to recognize Ambassador Nestor Mendes as a former ASG for initiating this process and for bringing us so far. Thank you very much. So, in my view, this week's commemoration is also a reality check. A reality check which should include assessing what we have achieved so far. People from African descent have been present, willingly or unwillingly, for more than 400 years in our hemisphere. They account now for over 200 million of American citizens, approximately 1/3 of the Latin American and Caribbean population. And still, the battle is continuing for equal rights and equal opportunities after 400 years. Afro-descendants have contributed to our diversity and mosaic of societies in a meaningful way. They have enriched our culture, language, cuisine, music, and arts. We have seen that. They have contributed with their hard work, blood and tears, to the wealth in other continents and to very few in our own neighborhood. They have contributed to independence movements and inspired many leaders to freedom fighting. They have been denied recognition for their contributions, progress, and a decent life because of policies and built-in discrimination. These issues must be addressed in a concrete way. I like to celebrate the progress we are making, and much progress has been made, but much more needs to be done. A lot more needs to be done. It is unacceptable that in today's world, after 400 years, we're still discussing issues which are norm for the OES, and we should be our values, straightforward. We need to demonstrate more speed and resolve. So, simply put, less talk, less commemorations, more action to improve in real terms. That is what the Afro-descendants want to feel and see happening. Nothing more, nothing less. I want to thank all of you for your attention, your presence, and look forward to the productive outcome of this week's events. I thank you very much.
El secretario general de la OEA, Albert Ramdin, tuvo un intercambio productivo con Laura Carpini, directora de Italia para ALC, sobre el fortalecimiento de la cooperación entre Italia y la OEA, particularmente en materia de seguridad multidimensional. Durante el encuentro hablaron de los esfuerzos conjuntos para combatir el tráfico y el lavado de dinero y reafirmaron su reconocimiento por el firme apoyo de Italia a la democracia en las Américas. La próxima edición del ACE será del 10 al 15 de mayo en Memphis, Tennessee.
The delegation and ACE is so powerful because it reduces the barriers to entry on both sides, right? Because we're able to have, conversations with, an ambassador or, the commissioner of trade that then green lights our project forward to something that's a pilot that can actually be proven out. That wouldn't otherwise happen.
Este es un modelo en la cual La OEA lleva a los estados subnacionales, o sea, a las regiones, a las provincias de los países de las Américas, donde los pilares tienen que ver con la competitividad y la innovación. Este modelo es un modelo que puede ser replicado seguramente en otros países del continente.
It has been so moving to see the integration of academics with industry and how they're solving real problems. It's a wonderful knowledge exchange and an opportunity for capacity building in my country. So I'm so excited to take it back and collaborate.
Lo que me encanta de ACE y lo que hace exclusivo a ACE es la capacidad de conexión de manera global. Desde el punto de vista de los Estados de América, desde el punto de vista de la conexión al mercado más grande que es Estados Unidos y sobre todo el soporte y conexión y la cultura que ACE genera alrededor de esta vinculación.
So one of the key things about ACE is the mixture of the delegation. You have a level of diplomats, business leaders, startups, ecosystem leaders that won't ever have the chance to spend that much time together, and you can execute on them because you have the immersion of learning together and experiencing a new ecosystem, but then enough time to really actually interact and actually move forward with letters of intent and really strategize how you can really build a partnership, which is a rare opportunity in any kind of context. So that's one of the key things about ACE.
Estas han sido las noticias más relevantes de la OEA, la Organización de los Estados Americanos. Esto ha sido OEA News. Nos reencontramos en la próxima jornada.